Hey everybody, just wanted to include a quick video today about embedding citations and citing your sources. Really important in English to cite your sources. You should know a little bit about this from previous English courses you've taken, but anytime that you take information from somewhere else, whether it be a text, a story, you've looked on the website, whether it be you've taken it directly or you've paraphrased it, you need to provide credit to the author of that information by citing your sources. And so we're going to talk about the two different types of citations that we're going to be using this year in this course: in-text embedded citations, which are actually the body of the text that you're writing, as well as how to create a works cited page. There's a couple different resources that we're going to take a look at. Some are embedded in your course and one that's outside of the course that we use in our regular schools all the time. And people use, teachers, university students, university professors even, to learn how to cite their sources. So we're going to go take a look at some of the things that we're going to be doing. So here is the little piece on MLA format and citing sources. We know that anytime you take information from somewhere else and use it in your essay, you have to give that source credit. So I'm giving you a quick little exemplar here about in-text citations. In-text citations are right here, where you're using some information from somewhere else, and you're showing the reader of your work, which is me, that this is where this isn't your idea. You've taken it from somewhere else, and that's okay. You actually get marks for doing that. But you need to show that, yes, this in fact is not my idea. If you didn't do this, it'd be a little dangerous because it'd be plagiarism, because you'd be using someone else's idea and you'd be passing it off as yourself. Plagiarism is a really big deal. First time you do it, we give you the benefit of the doubt and you can get a second chance. Next time you do it, it's a 0 suspension. And then if you go to college or university, you can actually be expelled from the university for doing it. It's theft. It's intellectual theft. So I gave you a little exemplar here. Another great resource is if you go to the main page, go to content, and there is right here, the Writer's Toolbox tab. If you go there and click here, and this will always be there. It's on the sidebar here under content. Gives you a few really good pages and information about what a works cited is. So this one gives you an example of what a works cited is and what it looks like in all the different places. It's different for a book. It's different if it's different for YouTube, it's different for a website. It's different for a lot of things. So this talks about the actual works cited, which is the last page of your essay, or it comes at the end of a paragraph, etc. Gives you lots of different examples. So this is how you do a book with one author. This is how you do a book with 2 or 3 authors. If it's in an anthology or a short story, obviously important for our short stories unit, a book by a corporate author, etc. So you can go in here and find anything that you need. A page on a website is the one that we're going to be using quite a bit. Because you'd probably be doing quite a bit of research online and the internet. So this is how you would frame that works cited at the very end. So here's a full works cited here. Okay, and this, the last name, first name, document title available. It gives you exactly what to do, where to put the periods, where to put the commas, etc. I look at this stuff all the time because I can't memorize everything to do with, where all the periods goes, where all the commas go, etc. So that's just one of the 3 on our Writer's Toolbox tab. Another would be an example of works cited page. In-text citations in MLA format is important. You can go here. You have to understand that it is required that you do in-text citations. Even when you're answering questions, if you use a quote from the story that we've done, you have to cite the source. So some information, what is the citation, the 2 different types, the in-text citation, the works cited. Even if you paraphrase something, you must cite your source still. Even if you change a few words, it's still not your idea, so you have to cite the source. And some examples of in-text citations and actual citations. The best thing we can do, the best place you can go, is you go to Google and type in OWL Purdue, OWL Purdue. This is the online writing lab at the University of Purdue. And you can click here on MLA style introduction. And it's a very, very detailed explanation of how to do MLA format. Not only is MLA format, it not only talks about how to cite your sources, but actually how to format your page. So right here, you click the formatting style and guide. it gives you some information about how to set up, general guidelines, formatting the first page of your paper. This is how I'd like you to hand in things. If it's a paragraph, if it's an essay, etc. This way. So it's your name, my name, the course code, so it's ENG4C, and the date. And then you're going to actually give your work a title, and then you would start writing. We don't do title pages anymore, and here's all that information right here about how you do it. So that's how we format our work. So if you're handing in something formal like an essay, etc., if it's just questions that I've given you on a Google Doc, you don't have to do it. But if it's a little more formal, I would like you to do that. Over here, you can go down to in-text citations, the basics. And then down here, it actually gives you specifically how to do the works cited if you find something in a book, if you find something from a periodical, if you find something from electronic sources, which is obviously the one that we're going to find the most. So let's go there, click there. And it will take us to, best practice for managing online sources. If you go down to, again, some basic style, and here is a lot of options here. So citing an entire website. Okay, a page, just one page on a website, an ebook, an image. So these are all, here will tell you how to do a proper works cited for all of these things. Now, obviously you still have to do the embedded citation for these in your actual work, but this happens in a works cited page at the very, very end. So go ahead, please check this out and work through it. You are expected to know how to do this. We've just given you a quick run through here, embedded citations here, full works cited here. Okay, so this is what you're going to be expected to do in all your work. Okay.